All right, welcome back. Now, before we get to give you feedback from social media, let's get to the kitchen first and check out what Nyanti and MM have for us.
Yeah,
Yes.
so right about now, yeah, the egusi is where we want it to be. Now we just begin to add stuff into it.
Okay. So that's
This
our
is
pomo
our
and
pomo
dry fish.
and dry fish. Let's just stir it.
You know, there's something about locust beans.
Yes.
You don't
Yeah.
even need seasoning.
Yes, you do not need a lot of seasoning
Okay.
after this. Then we just added our chicken to it.
Okay.
Yeah, and we just let it simmer down, and when it's almost done, like when we are almost about to take it off, we add this. We do not let this overcook. It just cooks like 3 to 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes.
3 to 5 minutes, that's not too much.
It's even too much, yeah. So just lightly, it cooks lightly, and then we are ready.
So how long are we leaving this for?
We're leaving this for extra 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, and about that time. Then we mix this, and yes, we're making something to go with it.
Okay.
So we are done.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm already starting to perceive the aroma of the dry fish in it. Tastes, smells good already. All right, so quickly move on to Mike and Chidi. Over to you.
All right, thank you very much, MM. I'm looking forward to the end of that, and Chidi is also looking forward to it. All right, so I've got Chidi here, and we'll be taking live tweets, your tweets also. While we're on this, you can send in tweets to us and then use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria at TVC Connect. Chidi, it's great to have you. You're welcome.
Yeah, it's always good. I love the cap, by the way.
Thank you.
You're repping.
Thank you. Repping well.
Okay, so yesterday, and then of course it's a holiday today, yesterday, October 1st and all of that, we are 57. A lot of people have things to say.
Yeah.
Good things, bad things, ugly things, and all of that. But then let's see. Let's take responses from people. I was going through. You mentioned something about Chude's post, and there's quite a lot he said here. There's quite a lot of people are talking about. But then there's something here that he stated. It says Nigeria's unity is no longer worth the life of any citizen. We can't continue chanting unity, but go on hating, rivaling, and killing one another.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
So I think that's very, very true. The unity of any nation is not non-negotiable. Why we want to be together, is it at the expense of the lives of people? Look at what is happening in Barcelona, Catalonia, for example. Nothing is non-negotiable. Do I want us to be together? Yes, I definitely want us to be together because I feel like we are stronger together. But the conversation should not be we must be together just because we have to be together. There must be reasons why we should be together. We must have conversations about being together for the greater good and not at the expense of the life of the lives of people.
Nice. Now, the president said something yesterday. We'll get to that, but he mentioned about the wars that have happened and then the new age taking things they don't know what really happened and talking about history, right? But then maybe let's listen to what the president said and then we'll comment on that.
Recent calls on restructure, quite proper and a legitimate debate, has let in highly irresponsible groups to call for dismemberment of the country. We cannot and we will not allow such advocacy. As a younger officer, I took part from the beginning to the end in our tragic civil war, costing about 2 million lives, resulting in fearful destruction and untold suffering. Those who are agitating for a rerun were not born by 1967 and have no idea of the horrendous consequences of the civil conflict which we went through. I am very disappointed that the responsible leaders of these communities do not warn their hot-headed youth what the country went through. Those who were there should tell those who were not there the consequences of such folly.
Exactly. I love what he said. Now, a number of people that are calling for whatever agitation and all of that, they were not born by 1967. So they don't know the consequences of war. But then social media is buzzing about, okay, we need this, we do that, we don't need that. Now, what do you think? Now, you said something about the place of history in schools. Many people don't know our history.
Yes, this is very correct. I mean, it's ironic that he's saying that we don't know what happened in the 67s when in our education sector we don't have a place for history anymore. We introduce history so people understand the consequences of a war. But then I also have reservations about that statement, because are you saying that the only resolution to this whole thing is war? Is there no peaceful method to go about it? Is there no way to go about it without having to spill blood? Must blood be shed? I think we should start having conversations that are aligned towards peace, that are aligned towards resolution that would be conflict-free. Instead of talking about
I like that,
war.
conflict-free. Now, he said something later on, but then something excited me about the president yesterday. He visited the troops who were Operation Lafayette and all of that. You know, he said something also concerning insurgency and all of that. Maybe let's listen to what the president said concerning insurgency.
I'm not letting up. Our armed forces, in an effort to enhance the operational capability of troops of Operation Lafayette, have established mobile strike teams in the northeast. These will ensure the final push to wipe out the remnants of Boko Haram. Government is working around the clock to ensure release of the remaining Chibok girls, as well as other persons in Boko Haram captivity. Government will continue to support the armed forces and the other security agencies to fight not only terrorism, but kidnapping, armed robberies, herdsmen, farmers, violence, and to ensure peace, stability, and security in our country.
Okay, all right. Now, what do you think about what he said? For me, I was very happy that he was able. I mean, it was morale boosting.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it.
I didn't see that coming. Yes, that was brilliant PR move. That was a brilliant. Whether you call it PR, whether you call it real, that was a brilliant move. And I feel like the morale of the soldiers boosted. That their commander-in-chief came to see them. They've been a critical part of the success of the military's forays into decimating the insurgents. Despite the fact that the war has not been won yet, it has greatly reduced the citizens in the northeast are safer now. So the president visiting them and confirming his support for the military will go a long way. And I feel like that was the most interesting thing he did yesterday.
He did yesterday. It was.
And he's done in a long time.
I mean, you know, and considering that he has not been able to go to so many places, I was pleasantly shocked and surprised.
Very impressed.
Okay, now, but then personally yourself, now, what message would you have? Nigeria 57, what do you tell the young guys out there on social media? I know we are a generation of slayers, slay queens and slay king queens at the same time and all that. But then what's your message? What's your message for Nigeria 57 to the young ones out there?
I didn't think you were going to ask me this question, but now you do. I feel like we should keep trying to do our best to see a better Nigeria. Try to support a greater Nigeria, a better Nigeria. Try to do positive stuff. The president mentioned tackling corruption and all that. He also mentioned not taking bribes from people, not giving bribes and all that. I feel like we should try as much as we can as citizens to uphold national unity to the best of our abilities.
Wow, that is great. I'm looking at your particular tweet yesterday. You were having fun yesterday. I know that, and you know, incidentally, you know what happened in Catalonia? It was so incidental. It happened on the same day of independence and all of that. It's kind of hard. I found that it's kind of hard to have this kind of talks without violence. Yes. I mean, I think that's why the president mentioned that it's kind of hard.
Why is it hard, though?
Because I mean. People don't want to agree. I think it's an animosity in the world now. People don't want to agree and all of that. It's not so easy. But, I mean, look at Barcelona, for instance.
It's hypocritical, because if that same thing that happened in Spain happened in an African country, the world would be like Africans are backward and all that. Look at the supposed upholder of democracy doing all that. It's shameful. It's shameful. The Spanish government has been exposed, and it's ridiculous what they did. What the point is that
whatever we want to achieve, we can do it peacefully.
Peacefully.
That is it. Thank you very much. It's always great having you.
Thank you.
Looking forward to having you much more often. I love the cap, by the way.
Cheers.
Okay. All right. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. Now, don't go anywhere. Let's get to Yomi and Titi. They have veteran actress Taiwo Ajayi Lycett with them.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
I'm literally starstruck now. I'm trying to hold myself back, but it's just so amazing to have you in the studio. Thank you so much to Taiwo Ajayi-Lycett for coming to the studio, a Nigerian actress, journalist, television presenter, and cosmetologist whose acting debut was in December of 1966, Wale Soyinka's Lion and the Jewel at the Royal Court Theatre in London.
Now, you forgot to say 1966 was 51 years ago.
51 years ago, wow.
She was later in a string of television and stage shows and has since featured in notable Nigerian movies.
Yes, indeed.
It's amazing. I mean, we didn't do justice to that intro because we don't have much time.
Yes.
But 51 years on stage, on screen.
Yeah.
Wow,
So it's amazing.
Amazing. I mean, we'd like to ask first, what the things that you're thankful for in those 51 years. I mean, it's absolutely, that's half a century of doing something that you love and something that you probably stumbled into back in 1966.
I did, as a matter of fact. I always call myself an accidental actor. What have I been grateful for? About everything. I think acting, I think show business gave me this life in the sense that it's an enduring life. It's a very valuable life. It is a life of learning. It's a life that opens your eyes. It is a profession that's made me know that life isn't really about you. Life is about an assignment that we're giving. And whichever way it is, you're going to get your assignment, and you had better make sure that what you do with all your heart. And it's not just only about passion. You must know what you're doing. I found out that the way I stumbled into it had made me feel that, what shall I call it? I'm very grateful. Gratitude. I have an incredible attitude of gratitude about my profession, because I don't think I would be, I know it's trite, what I am without having been in this profession, because it's a life of continual learning and growth. And knowing after 51 years, you tell me I don't count, but after 51 years, well, I'm going on 77 now. After 51 years, you find that you still retain, I still retain this enthusiasm for life.
Yeah, and of course, it will be because of your varied experiences and the places you've been, the people you've met.
This is it. Yeah. This is what I'm grateful for having this life. Opened up my my eyes to life and makes me continually alive, young, wanting to know more and more and more and more and more.
We have so much to talk about, but we have to take a commercial break, and we will be back to continue this conversation. Wow, it's still Wake Up Nigeria, and we're in the studio with Taiwo Ajayi-Lycett. Welcome once again to the studio, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome so much, ma'am.
We've been having conversations off air about, you know, how amazing it must have been to be an actor for, you know, such a long time and then have grown in the industry. But I'm wondering, what is the most memorable role you've ever played in these 51 years? What is that role that you feel has impacted you the most?
Oh, I've had many, and I think the best is yet to come, quite frankly. No, really.
Wow.
You don't, well, I don't think that I've done anything that, they've all been exciting. I've had to learn a lot about life from the roles. What's the most memorable? It's not even the one the Frank Spencer, the Stamp Mothers do have one. I think it has to be the one I did at the Dublin International Festival about Lumumba. About the decimation of the Republic of the Congo and the aftermath of which we're still experiencing right now. The death of Lumumba. I played at the Dublin International Festival, I played Pauline, who's the sort of, quote, native wife of Patrice Lumumba. And I had a part, I used to be very political. I still am a political animal, as a matter of fact. not partisan, of course. So I played Pauline, and they came to tell me that her husband's been died.
Wow.
And on stage, I'm principally a stage actor. I prefer the stage to screen and all that. And it was a small part. I think that's what gave me my breakthrough. I came in and did essentially an African or Nigerian dirge, a mourning on stage when she was told her husband died.
Wow, amazing.
And
that must have taken a lot from you. It must have taken a lot of emotion out of you, because
particularly because in those days, in the 60s, when all the African countries were getting independence, some of us youngsters, you know, we felt really connected with the fight and everything. So the death of Patrice Lumumba and the betrayal of the United Nations, and the Dag Hammarskjöld was the Secretary General then. And the play actually was written by the assistant to Dag Hammarskjöld, Conor Cruz O'Brien.
You're taking us on a history lesson.
Yes. So.
Well, if you've been in the theatre or in show business for 51 years, you expect to you have to expect to have all sorts of anecdotes.
But you have done some more, should I use the word modern roles? You performed some more modern roles.
With one of Nigeria's foremost actors, RMD.
Yes.
I'm sure that was also a memorable role for you, the Oloibiri movie. I think the movie is Oloibiri.
Oloibiri. The first time I worked we worked together, I think I played my son in Fred Agbe's The King Must Dance Naked. I thought that was what... Okay. Oh, I forgot Oloibiri. We just done that one.
Yes.
That was formidable.
Wow. We're going to take a look at just a clip.
Another political something that I feel, and I still feel very passionate about.
Now, Mama! Let go. Let go. Mama. Mama.
Wow.
That was a tough one there.
I could feel a lot of tension in that particular scene. Could you explain to us exactly what was happening in that scene?
My son dying with great potential, dying before my eyes, knowing that he was protesting his killer and everything. And I'd kill him myself than face what was ahead of us both. He was passionate about what I understood what he was doing. Understood what he was doing. And I knew that it was a wasted life. It was tragic. And this kind of life should inform what's happening to all of us now. But I'm not sure that people appreciate people sacrificing their lives for what for their convictions. And he was a terror in the area. And this was somebody who was very clever and had great potential. Yeah. And I was very unhappy with him. No, it was very tense. It was a very passionate
you can
film.
feel that.
Yeah. I do wish that that film will get general release, because I think it's a film that a lot of us should see about what's happened to us with oil. And
there's so much about your acting style, the way you connect with your characters, that I feel many could learn from. So if you have a message to a young actor out there as quickly as possible, what message would that be?
Learn and research. Be the character. You know, glamour is not, acting is not about glamour, about looking beautiful or whatever. You can look like your face can look like the back of a bus. As long as you're portraying something that's believable to people, you have to believe what you're saying. Acting, they say, is believing. You have to believe what you're saying and not worry about whether it's this side the camera is taking or how you look or whatever it is. You have to be a mother, and if she's doubting you, not put on, but real. You have to become what it is you're doing. Okay. You have to use this vessel, this your body. You have to inhabit or let those, the characters inhabit you. You become. You must become, you must forget yourself, as I said. Life is not about you.
We have to wrap this up, even though we would love to keep this conversation going. I know there's probably so much that the younger actors could learn from you. But please stay with us. We're going to be heading over to the kitchen very, very soon.
Wow.
Beyonce has been cooking up a storm this independent
We're not sure if you're
holiday.
interested in egusi on as breakfast.
And pounded yam.
Pounded yam as breakfast?
Well, who is a kitty here?
We have a band also in the studio.
Oh, I've been dancing to the band. Yeah, I've been dancing backstage.
Have the band start playing as we dance our way to the kitchen. Yes. You know, they've been really, really making us groove in the studio so far. Yeah. Once again, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
This is my pleasure. Thank you. Happy anniversary to all of you.
Mami, máa jó síbi tó wù ẹ́. Máa jó síbi tó wù ẹ́. Ìgbà tó yá ló lọ́wọ́ bá bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan. Máa jó síbi tó wù ẹ́. Mami, máa jó síbi tó wù ẹ́. Máa jó síbi tó wù ẹ́. Ìgbà tó yáwó lọ́wọ́ bá bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan. Máa jó síbi tó wù ẹ́. Ẹ dúró nílá Elédùmarè ọba tó dá wa sí tẹbí tará. Hey, na money dey talk o, na power dey talk o. Na money dey talk o, ẹ kí olówó mi. Na money dey talk o, na power dey talk o. Na money dey talk o, ẹ kí olówó mi. Olówó tí ò fariwo, ọmọ ọlọ́rà mi ò lé ní. Igi á màmá ruwe, olówó fariwo, ọmọ ọlọ́rà mi ò lé ní. Igi á máa ruwe, anyway anyhow, igi á ruwe o. Anyway anyhow, igi á ruwe o. Anyway, igi á ruwe. Anyway, igi á ruwe. Olówó fẹ́fẹ́fẹ́, olówó fariwo. Olówó fẹ́fẹ́fẹ́, olówó fariwo. Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Romantic, Mr. Melody, Mr. Magic, Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Romantic, Mr. Melody, Mr. Magic. Play your music, make we dance. Play your music, make we dance your dance. Play your music, make we dance. Play your music, make we dance your dance. Wind the bottom, wind it to the ground. 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 Hey. Oh yeah, Nima. Ibu Chineke. Osandi Owendio. Osandi Owendie. Osandi Owendie. Osandi Owendie. Osandi Owendie. Osandi Owendio. Osandi Owendie. Osandi Owendio Chimo. Osandi Owendie. Osandi Owendie.
It's an amazing, amazing show that we've had today.
So far, so good.
All right.
Yeah.
We've had an amazing show today, but we have to run off now.
We have to wrap up.
Absolutely amazing. Wow.
Honestly.
This is serious Independence Day celebration today. Well, we have to run off now. We want to say a big thank you to Mommy Ajayi Lyset for joining us this morning. Thank you so much. 77 years old, but she says the best is yet to come. And indeed, for us, for Nigeria, and of course for you as well, the best is yet to come. Thank you so much.
So we have a special cake here from our very own Chef Tolu from Tolu Food and Lifestyle. Thank you, Chef Tolu, for this amazing national cake.
Nigeria at 57. Chef Beyonce has done it again.
Yes. So what do we have here?
I'm with this mic because I want to perform. Anyway, this is egusi and semu, and this is garden egg fritter with peanut butter sauce.
Wow.
Yeah, so basically, egusi, we use palm oil, egusi, and all the assortment, the palm oil, fish, and chicken. While this is like just making a pancake and adding garden eggs to it. So it has this sweet and bitter taste, and the this peanut butter is blended granite with vegetable oil and pepper.
Amazing, amazing.
All right,
all this was made right here in the kitchen.
Right here in the studio. Now, before we go, we want to announce the winner for the movie ticket.
Yes.
From the trivia that we did earlier on. Now, at Olufunke Ikeolu 2 guessed it correctly.
Yes.
It's the Agbokim Waterfalls in Cross River State. So you're the winner. So you can come pick up your movie ticket later on.
Some valid ID and ask for Wake Up Nigeria team, and we'll get it to you. The show has been amazing, but not just because of us, because of you at home right there as well. Make sure you have a great day. Big shout out to Payport Food Stores for the groceries and Homely NG for the kitchen accessories. Shout out to everyone that's been a part of the show today, all the crew, the live band, everybody. Should we cut this cake?
We should. We should
take a picture.
1, 2, 3, go.
Happy